Good afternoon, Mateo and I. Today we want to tell you about our last trips we made to get out of our routine and get to know new place. We made these trips outside the holidays because we were very stressed about all the jobs and with the life of the university.
A few months ago, I decided to take a weekend trip to a small magical town that is a few hours from the city. I had heard that this was a charming place with cobblestone streets, colorful house, and a kid atmosphere ideal from escaping the routine. For Avid, I left early on Saturday morning with my backpack, camera, and a lot of excitement. After a couple of hours on the road, I arrived at the town, and the first thing I did was look for the place where I was going to stay. It a small inn run by a local family, which has full of plants and flowers um, in the court track. They welcomed my with a smile and gave me some tips on place to visit. After leaving my things in the room, I went for talk through the center of the town. I walked through its narrow streets, saw craft shops, and tried some local delicacies at the market. I feel in love with the flavors. I eat tamales and drank a hot chocolate that was delicious. Everyone was friendly and always willing to chat for a while. In the afternoon, I decided to take a hike to a nearby locust point. The path was steep and I got better tired, but when I um, reached the top, the view was for it. From there, I could see the whole town, surround by green mountains and the clear blue sky. I stayed there for a while, enjoying the peace and taking some photos to remember the moment. The night was even more magical. There was a fair in the center of town with live music, colorful lights, and food stalls. I bought some corn with mayonnaise and cheese and started watching families and children enjoy the games. I feel like part of the community even though I was only there a couple of days. On Sunday morning, before heading back, I stopped with a craft store and bought a small souvenir, a handmade figurine, which will remind me of that special weekend. Every time I took the pack back, feeling refreshed and grateful for the experience in my home.
Hi, I am Valentina. Today I'm going to tell you about my last trip, which I made in September when we were closing the semester at the university. I needed a break, so I decided to take advantage of a few days of and went with two cousins to a charming town near Bogota. It was an incredible experience that allowed me to disconnect from the routine and life unforgettable moments. On the first day, I visited a water park that surprised me for how big and complete it was. I loved that luckily there weren't many people, so I didn't have to quick to enjoy the different attractions. I was able to slide on giant slides, swim in the pools, and relax without haste. In the park, there was also an area where you could see animals. Some of them were truly exotic, such lions, monkeys, different types of birds, aquatic animals, and snakes. It was a great opportunity to learn more about them. There were so many animals that I could help but feel like I was on a small nature expedition. It was a day of adventures, learning, and lots of fun. The second day, I dedicated it to getting to know the town. From early, the temperature was quite high, so I prepared from a hot day. Walked through the central square, a place full of life and color, where the locals meet to sell their products and share a bit of their culture. I tried the typical food of the place, including some dishes that I had never tried before. In addition, they recommended some refreshing drinks ideal from the warm weather, and since I love niflurs, I was to try Kemal. I didn't stop taking pictures of every corner that seemed special to me. Every street and every detail had its own charm. During lunch, while I had a small restaurant here at the center, I met some inhabitants of the town. They were very keen and told me about local traditions, festivities, and of the place I could visit a future occasion. On Monday, it was time to return to Bogota. Although it was hard for us to say goodbye to the beautiful place, I decided to make the most of the last few hours. I left the hotel early and went to have breakfast at a place that had been recommended to me a lot. The food was delicious and the atmosphere was cozy and quiet. Uh, that the opportunity to enjoy the sun while having some refreshing drinks. Before leaving, I went through some local stores and bought sweets and sovereigns to take to my family, wanting to share a little of the experience with them.